Okay, so step 6 is feedback. Students have done their test, you've got the results in, and what you want to do is have feedback for yourself in terms of your teaching next, and feedback for the students. So this is where Socrative totally becomes awesome in my view. This is the free version of Socrative. Unless you are working with really large groups of students and you, i.e. over 50, and you want to be able to run multiple different quizzes at once, then you don't need the professional version. Even for the element of running multiple quizzes at once on different topics, different poems, etc., different text, I've found that I just run a range of different activities, of which, if I'm doing differentiated tasks, of which Socrative is just one of them. And that way I don't have to pay. It's a really good program in its free form. If we go back to that particular opportunities to respond program that we're looking at the moment, we are now having a look at the results. So you can see I've got the names down the side. I can click show names so that I can see and zoom in on a student, and I can see that I've got a range from 3 out of 30% of correct answers through to 100%. Down the bottom here, you can see the strength across the whole class of the different questions. So that allows me to zoom in and go, okay, so if 36% for number 13, what was that question about? It was a tone question. And I didn't explicitly teach them and help them to learn what tone was at the beginning. And when I wrote the questions for it, and you get down to that bit where you're like, oh, I wonder what else I'll put, because I definitely want to hit 20 questions for a good range. I put tone in to see how they got on with it. And definitely they weren't inferring around the edges about tone well enough. So that's going to be a teaching moment for me. By contrast, we've got some really good results, 93% for number 1, which is an example of repetition. So I've deliberately put in some easy questions, some much more difficult questions, only 57% for number 3. Look there, and it's the rhyme scheme. Again, I gave them some clues, worked with some students as I went around, but I hadn't deliberately taught rhyme scheme in detail. So it's showing definitely that what we focus on, we're getting really good results in. 57% of kids could work out what the rhyme scheme was. It's not going to take a lot of work and a new task to get that right and to go through. What we've got here on Socrative, sorry for moving around quite a bit, is the capacity to get the whole class Excel report downloaded, which is similar to what I've shown on the screen. We can get individual students PDF, which means that we can push that out via Hapara into their folders for them to have a look at and do some of their own reflection on, and we can zoom in on a particular question and get results. Being able to email the results to students, you need the professional version for. I don't feel like that's such a loss that we can't, that the free version isn't worth using. It's step 6 with the feedback. As a whole class, I would have looked at those results before I came into the class and picked out 1 or 2 things to celebrate, 2 things to identify and work on, and maybe have an activity to do quickly, or maybe I'm going, no, we're not going to labour this for absolutely ever. But what we do want, I've just got some pictures there of it's not the annotation of the actual poem, but if we're pushing out the answers to all the students in terms of individual PDF, or we're sharing the mark schedule from Socrative, what we want is the students to have access to that next layer of information. If they didn't get everything right, then what's 1 thing or 2 things that they want to look at and remember, because there's still one more activity to go, and we're going to look at that in the next video.